What's up, guys? It's your boy Gary 3FX, and today we're gonna install an Android radio stereo on your car. Okay, in this case, I'm gonna be installing this Android Radio 5.1. If you don't know what kind of radio is this, I made a video about this radio. It's made by Isotronics. It's a RMCT0009. I'm gonna leave the URL under the description if you wanna watch that review about this great radio car stereo. Okay, so what we're gonna need to install this radio on the car, well, as you can see right here, I'm using a computer power supply to power out the device so I can see if it's working. It's easy to do. I explained that on my other video, the one that I'm telling you about, the review that I did on this great car radio. So check that video if you want to know how to use the power supply. All right, so the things that we're gonna be needing is a solder iron, some cutters. You will need the wire harness for your specific car, so you gotta go buy your car and model, and then you will buy this wire harness. Another thing that you will need is the double DIN dash for your specific car. In this case, we're going to be installing this radio on a Firebird 2002 that I bought for me this year, and we need a double DIN so we can fit this radio on the car. Okay, as well, we're going to be installing a backup camera. So when we put the car in reverse, it's gonna show the backup camera, so we can park with the backup camera. Okay, everything that you need for this project is gonna be under the description. So if you want to buy a radio like this, or if you want to buy the backup camera, everything is gonna be under the description to check that out. So the first thing we're gonna do is hook up the wire harness. It's easy to do. Most of the wire harness that you buy for your specific car, it comes in colors, and the colors are matched with the colors in the back of the radio. Okay, so if we turn this back, you can see everything specifically labeled, and the colors are the same. If you have more cables, like sometimes you will find there's a different color there's no in your wire harness, it's meaning that it's not in use. Okay, because a lot of cars have more speakers and stuff like that, but if you don't find it on your harness, because you don't need it. All right, okay, so let's start soldering all the wires, and then I'm going to show you how to install the software that I want to install on this great Android stereo. So let's do that. Okay, guys, so after you solder or you put together the parts, you can use electrical tape, or you can use the tubing. But if you use the tubing to contain the circuit or the electricity, you need to put the tube first, and after solder it. All right, but in this case, I'm gonna use just electrical tape. So let's put that under the electrical tape. Okay, guys, so I solder all the cables by color, and these are the ones that I got left off for this radio. So the green one is the key plus, and the orange one of the orange is the key one. This is for the steering wheel control. You need this for the steering wheel control. This is the illuminator, but this radio doesn't have one. And the brown one is for the backup camera or the reverse, and the pink one is for the brake controller. So we're gonna need this brown wire to be connected to our camera. The way this works, okay guys, let me explain this to you. With this camera, if you buy the exact camera, it's gonna come in 3 pieces. All right, so you're gonna have your backup camera itself, then you're gonna have a power source, there's the red one, and the video source, there's the yellow one. All right, so this is the backup camera, and then you're gonna have a second cable that you have the video that goes connected to your backup camera. Remember, this goes in the back. Okay, this goes by your license plate. So, and the other end, right here, this is the side that is connected to your backup camera that goes on your plate. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, this is the other cable. This is the power source. The black cable is, you're gonna find a negative. It could be any negative or any. I'm gonna show you this in the car, but I'm just gonna explain it really quick. So you gotta find a negative on your car, and the positive, this positive right here, is gonna be connected to your tail light. Remember, every time that you reverse, when you put the reverse, the reverse on your car, the light on the tail light turns on, meaning that the tail light is gonna give a 12-volt source to this cable. There's gonna be connected to this cable, so these two are gonna be connected, and then you're gonna find a long cable to connect it to your tail light, to positive on your tail light. Okay, so that will power on the antenna, the backup camera. All right, so after that, on this side right here, and the other end that goes on the radio, you're gonna connect this red wire to the brown wire, and then you're gonna connect the other end of the video to your video backup camera source. All right, meaning that every time that you put your car on reverse, the camera is gonna turn on. It's gonna send the signal all the way to the other end, saying that the camera is on. It's gonna go to the brown wire, and the brown wire is gonna tell the radio that the camera is on, so it needs to put it on reverse mode. Okay, so after you're done with this, it's gonna put it on reverse mode, so you can actually see the camera on the back light, on the back. All right, so right now what we're gonna do is just solder one of these ends with the red right here. Okay, so meaning that you need a longer cable, a 12-gauge cable will do. So I'm gonna grab my 12. I'm gonna grab this cable, and it's gonna give it a little long cable just in case. Because remember, this is gonna go connected to your camera, so you're not gonna have enough cable to throw like run it to your tail light. So I'm gonna give a pretty long wire. Connected to the yellow one, the red one that is connected to the yellow one. So I'm gonna solder that up. put them together. Okay, so we got to tape this up. And then we're going to solder this as well. Sorry guys, I made a mistake. We got solder these two together. I mean, the red end with the red end right here. So you're gonna grab this one, you're gonna find the red end, and you're gonna solder it to the red end of the yellow. So after you put those two together, we're gonna bring our extension. That's the cable, the long cable that I just made. So these three cables are gonna be together. Why? I explain that in a second. Okay, so we got, this is the negative for your power source or the backup camera. So you got to find a negative in the car. Okay, this is the video, and this is the power. Why we connect all those three? Why? Because these two right here are gonna be connected to your camera. All right, so these two are gonna be connected to your camera. And this long cable that we just made right here is the one that's going to be connected to the tail light. So every time that you put the car in reverse, the signal is going to go through here, throwing 12 volts, going this way, and it's going to power out the camera, and it's going to send the signal to the AV signal to the other side for the radio to put the car in reverse. All right, so now we solder that. We good to go to the car and start installing everything that we need to install. All right, so let's do that. Hey guys, so we're gonna start the second part of the video on how to install the Android radio. This is my helper. Say hi, Gary. Hi. It's my son. All right, this is the car that we're gonna be doing today. It's a Firebird 2002. We got the radio. So now we're gonna start taking stuff apart. All right, let's do it. Okay guys, so we're gonna take the old radio, and the way to do it is just, you will need this plastic pliers so you can like pry this plastic out. As you can see, it's easy to do with this plastics. You can buy it on any auto part, or I'm gonna leave a link on the description so you can buy one of this. And after you do that, we're gonna take the screws, the 4 screws holding the radio. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I gotta take those screws out. Okay, so we're gonna proceed to take those screws out. Okay. The last one. If you have the stock radio, it's the same procedure. You just gotta have a different radio. When I bought the car, it came like that. So if you have the radio, it comes with the car, it's the same thing. 4 bolts, it comes right out. Okay. So after that, we can pull the radio out. Can take the switches. And now we can switch to the new radio. That easy. So let's do that. Alright, so next step, we're gonna open up our double DIN. So this is where it goes, this way, after we install the radio. And these are the brackets that are gonna go on the side of the radio. Remember, every double DIN is different for a specific car, so you need the double DIN dash for your specific car. In this case, it's this one. So you got the clips right here. This gonna clip everything together. So now we're gonna put the brackets on the radio. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do is install the 2 brackets that goes on each side of the device. As you can see, I put the brackets. So when we install it, it's going to be in position. So we can put the screws on the sides, and that will fit on the radio. And then we're going to look good right here and 2 right here. Okay, so the next step is install the harness. So we're gonna just click it. Because we made all the connections, remember? We soldered all the connections. So now it's just ready to be installed. Right here, I got my antenna. It's gonna fit in here. Okay, so we just gonna plug in our radio to test it out and see if everything is connected the way it should. And as you can see, we got power.
Those hits and more right here on Kiss 95.7.
Yuengling became America's oldest brewery by staying true to the values it was founded on way back in 1829. Hard work, perseverance, and earning respect. We're still here today because we brew Amber Gold.
Okay, so we got power. Everything seems to be working. Let's try some music from the YouTube. Okay, everything is in order. So now what we're gonna do next is install our UPS. This is gonna be on top of the dash. I'm gonna run the cable from behind and bring it down here so I can plug it in the back of the radio. Okay, so let me do that next. Okay, so we plug our GPS antenna right here. It's running. It's gonna be on the front of the dash. Don't worry about this. It's gonna be changed, replaced. So that's gonna be on the corner over there. So this dash is gonna come off because I'm gonna replace it with a new one, and that cable is gonna run on the bottom, then it's gonna go through here like I just did, and then it's gonna be to the device. So now we got that plug in. We're gonna plug our backup camera, and we can put everything together and see how it works. All right, so let's do that. Okay guys, so I did the connection for the backup camera. So I hide everything from the back. I connect the positive to the rear light, and the negative, like I showed you before, on the negative on the chassis. And now I have to run this cable around the dash, under the dashes, all the way to the main dash. Alright, so let me do that. So guys, I hide the cable under the dash, like I said. It's running under this, going in the back. So I have the other end right here. So basically I got everything that I need. GPS hooked up, backup camera is hooked up, and now I just gotta plug everything together and see if it works. Remember, in this case of these right here, in this Android device, the brown cable from the device is gonna go connected with the red cable that comes from the tail light that is powered the device. So every time that I do the reverse, like I explained you before, it's gonna power the camera, and it's gonna send signal through this cable to the brown cable, telling the device that it is a backup camera and it has to be on the rear mode. And the yellow cable is gonna go on the first yellow that is seen on the device. It should be the right yellow on top of the inputs, the AV inputs. All right, let me just plug everything together and I'll show you how it works. Okay guys, so everything is in place. As you can see, the radio looks pretty neat. Now it's time, moment of truth. I'm gonna turn it on the car. We got a signal. There you have it. Let me put the car in reverse, see if that's working. As you can see, it's perfectly working.
Upside down.
It's just the camera's upside down, so I gotta fix that. So that's your fault then.
No, that's not my fault.
Yeah, because you told me that to go that way.
No, you didn't.
All right, that's not biggie. We're just gonna turn the camera around,
I don't know.
and that will be good to go. So we put the car in parking. You got the Android device perfectly working. So everything seems to be good. It's a great radio, guys. I really recommend getting one of these radios because most of it you can do everything. I'm gonna be making a video on how to update this and installing Kodi and the best APKs to watch movies, TV shows, and IPTV live TV channels, so you can actually have all the streaming world in this great device. Okay, I'm gonna install a couple new features on this radio, so stay tuned for the video coming up in the next couple days. And if it's already made, I'm gonna leave the card right here, so you can just click it and check that video out. Also, it's gonna be down on the description, so you can watch it. Because there's some nice launchers that make this look way better. Let's give you the miles per hour, and also have couple devices. You can connect it to a great APK or application, so you can actually see the performance of your car and all the best details of your car. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for videos like this. Any questions in the comments, leave it down below. And as always, see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye. What's up, guys? It's your boy Gary 3FX, and today we're gonna install an Android radio stereo on your car. Okay, in this case I'm gonna be installing this Android Radio 5.1. If you don't know what kind of radio is this, I made a video about this radio. It's made by Isotronics. It's a RMCT0009. I'm gonna leave the URL under the description if you want to watch that review about this great radio car stereo. Okay, so what we're gonna need to install this radio on the car, well, as you can see right here, I'm using a computer power supply to power out the device so I can see if it's working. It's easy to do. I explained that on my other video, the one that I'm telling you about, the review that I did on this great car radio. So check that video if you want to know how to use the power supply. All right, so the things that we're gonna be needing is a solder iron, some cutters. You will need the wire harness for your specific car, so you gotta go buy your car and model, and then you will buy this wire harness. Another thing that you will need is the double DIN dash for your specific car. In this case, we're going to be installing this radio on a Firebird 2002 that I bought for me this year, and we need a double DIN so we can fit this radio on the car. Okay. As well, we're gonna be installing a backup camera. So when we put the car in reverse, it's gonna show the backup camera, so we can park with the backup camera. Okay. Everything that you need for this project is going to be under the description. So if you want to buy a radio like this, or if you want to buy the backup camera, everything is going to be under the description to check that out. So the first thing we're going to do is hook up the wire harness. It's easy to do. Most of the wire harness that you buy for your specific car, it comes in colors, and the colors are matched with the colors in the back of the radio. Okay, so if we turn this back,